Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is a word of caution regarding watching pick a card love readings. So while there is nothing inherently wrong with wanting to know where you stand with the love interest on your mind, the reason why you're wanting to know where you stand with them matters greatly, as it can greatly impact your mental and emotional well-being. So a very good question to ask yourself when it comes to why you're watching pick a card love readings is, am I simply curious or am I actually clinging? Holding on to hope isn't always a good thing, especially if it's keeping you stuck in limerence or in codependence. The last thing I want to do is to enable limerence and codependence with the content that I create. I want to help you create a life in which you're truly thriving, not keep you stuck in survival mode. And I know how it all works because I've been there. So this is where grace, knowledge, understanding, and compassion come in. It's okay if the only way you're able to self-soothe in this moment is by way of participating in coping mechanisms, distractions, and the like. As long as you're also doing yourself a favor by learning how to heal the wounding that has been fueling any limerence and or codependent patterns that you might have. My promise to you is that as you heal the wounding, your dependency on your SP, which means specific person, aka the person on your mind, or your ex, will begin to dissolve naturally, to the point where you're not even curious about what they're thinking and how they're feeling about you anymore. I know this to be true from personal experience. When you're ready to start healing the wounding, I have some amazing resources to get you going. My personal recommendation is to start with 2 videos, How to Stop Manifesting Separation, and then the other one is called Releasing the Wants. Both videos will be linked in the description box below. My heart is always with you guys, and with that I bid you more happy viewing. Love, Michelle. Pile 1, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading, helping you guys figure out, giving you some clarity on your guys' connection with the romantic interest on your mind, okay? Because that's what we do here for the most part. Yeah, so just keep in mind, you guys, it's general, so whatever resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just drop it, leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. You guys know the drill. Personal readings, I have them available if you want for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. Just check the description box below for booking details. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25, all right, USD. Don't mind my Selena fingers. If you know, you know. Okay. And man, my polish is not faring well. I took my kids skating yesterday and man, these 2 fingers got wrecked for some reason. Anyway, let's get on with it. Okay, so what we're doing, you guys, is we're figuring out, where do you stand with your person, okay? What are their true thoughts and feelings? What do they really want with you in the connection, okay? Just giving you clarity so you know where you stand, so you know what moves to make, if any at all that good stuff. So you guys were drawn to, let's see, this is pink, tourmaline, and quartz. It may actually be rubellite. That pink actually looks more like ruby than it does tourmaline, but you know, yeah, that's what that is. All right, overall energy. What do we got here? Unrequited love. It says there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. And then we got time for a nap showing up in the reverse. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all of these out, you guys, and then we'll talk about stuff. So we got bad intentions, but it's showing up in the reverse. We got new cycle, timing, but it's showing up in the reverse. Let's see. I'm lying to you, living single, and then there's someone else. Okay. All right. So there's already definitely a vibe coming through. I'm going to look up real quick what time for a nap in the reverse means, and it opened right up to that page. Wow, this is probably going to be a quick one, you guys. Okay. Let's see. In the reverse, I'm just going to read it to myself, you guys, to see what jumps out. I mean, there is some overwhelm coming through in your person's energy. If they have, okay, pile one, this is going to be one of those really blunt AF. I mean, the whole reading itself, the entire thing is, you know, going to be no delulu. But, you know, this one in particular is going to be, you know, very blunt AF. With the energies that are coming through here, I am picking up pile one where your person has pulled away from this connection, pulled their energy back. When I say they pulled their energy back, it's like, you know, they're not showing up, right? They're not taking any action towards you. Even if there is communication in between the two of you that you can tell, like, and you can tell this, right? You can sense this, and it's like their messages to you or their communication with you has just, it's different than maybe what it used to be. Like, you're picking up on, you know, maybe they're not as interested, or they're just not as, you know, like if you text them, yeah, they might text you back, but it's just, you can tell they're not really trying to engage, right? And there is a reason for that. Whew, man, okay, this is very blunt, you guys, and I'm sorry to have to deliver it this way, but, you know, this is purely for the purposes of giving you guys clarity, so you know what's really going on, so that, you know, you can do the healing work. You can process any triggers that might be coming up as a result of what you hear from this reading. So just know that moving forward. And if real quick, you know, and those of you that have been watching my channel for a minute, just give me a second. You can tune out for about maybe about a minute, okay, because you've heard this before. But for those of you that are new here, if you get triggered by anything in my readings, especially some of the messages that come out that are more on the blunt side, I mean, I try to soften the blows as much as I possibly can, but, you know, anyway, if something is getting triggered, if you feel hurt or disappointed, and so much so that makes your energy levels drop, you know, it affects your actual mood, there's something there. There's definitely some kind of an attachment there, possibly. There just might be a need to grieve, you know, but if you don't know how to do that, because we can get stuck in grief if we don't actually know how to process it, right? And if we hang on to grief enough, it can actually become a trauma that continues to circulate in our nervous system. So, you know, grieving is natural, okay? It is definitely natural. Yes, it can be very traumatic, and you can process it so that it doesn't stay traumatic, so that it doesn't impact your central nervous system, right? And that's when you'll start to feel things like, if it's been a while, right? You know, anyway, so I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Yeah, so just check the description box below. I have a couple of videos for you to watch if you know you're feeling triggered, if you need some help healing, if you need some help, like, you know, grieving, getting over this situation and moving on to the point where, you know, watching pick a card videos about them, just, you're like, why? Like, you don't care, right? The two videos to watch are called, the first one is how to stop manifesting separation, okay? And then the second one is the process by which you're able to do that, called releasing the wants, okay? And that will help you move through some of the challenging feelings and the attachments and the aversions that might be popping up as a result of finding out exactly what's the truth about your situation with your person, okay? So moving on, you guys. Now, I'm going to just give you now that I've given you the caveat, we're just going to dive fully into the message. Okay, this unrequited love, this is their energy towards you, okay? They're not feeling it. What I'm hearing is anymore. They're not feeling it anymore. Yeah, there is something here about some distractions. You know, there might be something about, you know, being distracted by work. But a lot of that, like if you're messaging your person and asking them, what have you been up to, and blah, 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 and they're like, oh, I've just been working, I've just been really busy, like they're telling you the reason why they're not being so engaging, and the reason why they're, you know, not really seeming like they're interested, you know, and they're giving you excuses like, oh no, you know, things are really busy at work and blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you straight up, pile one, that's an excuse. Your person has lost interest here, okay? They are looking to go in a whole new different direction. We have, you know, with new cycle here, we have new beginnings, the end of a cycle. Yeah, they're done. I'll tell you that they're done, but for some reason, I don't know why. We'll see if it comes out. They haven't actually closed the door. They might just be, you know, they could just be a chicken shit and just let you know that, you know, they're not interested like that anymore and they wish you the best of luck and blah blah blah. But this is their energy. This is what's coming through. This is why they have pulled away from you and from this connection. They're not interested in it anymore. Okay. With bad intentions showing up in the reverse, I'll find out why it's so. I mean, they don't have bad intentions towards you, right? They're not necessarily, and that might be why they're not coming right out and telling you that they're not feeling it anymore, is because they don't want to hurt your feelings, right? What's interesting to note though, because this, okay, so in the upright position, bad intentions would say red flags, lies, and secrets. Be vigilant and protect yourself, but it's showing up in the reverse, but it says lies and secrets, and then right underneath that, it says I'm lying to you. So we're going to find out what's going on here. There's a little bit of a conflict in the message where these two are concerned, but, you know, and then we have new cycle, all right, new beginnings, the end of a cycle, making a fresh new start. Underneath that, it says living single, okay? So, you know, if you were in some kind of a, you know, a commitment or a relationship with this person, they don't want to be. Okay, and this feels very specific to you. This is not coming through as a message where your person might be afraid of commitment, okay? And this is how they might be with everybody. Yeah, again, very blunt AF, but I'm just here to give you the raw information so that, you know, you can process what comes up so that you can move on, right? What's coming through is, you know, it's not necessarily that they're afraid of commitment, or they don't want to be in a relationship. It's just that they're not wanting that with you. Okay. Timing in the reverse. I mean, they are coming through, and that might just be my energy pulling the truth out of this person. But with timing in the reverse, they're even saying it has nothing to do with timing. It's not that your person is so busy that they can't, you know, spare or make room for you in this connection. That is simply an excuse to dodge a very uncomfortable conversation that needs to be had. You know, even if it were just a text message, right? I mean, I wouldn't want that to be a way to be broken up with or let go of or whatever. But I mean, anything would be better than just slowly fading away, right? And then one day, you know, and then it even says there's someone else. It's not that it's bad timing. What's literally coming through, and I'll find out what's going on with there's someone else, okay? This feels like someone else has their attention. The reason why they're not engaging with you and they're not showing interest with you is because someone else has caught their attention, okay? They are interested in someone else, okay? So yes, this is a third party. This may be somebody you may not know about though, possibly, even though you may have an inkling, okay? But your person is coming through very clearly saying it has nothing to do with bad timing. It has nothing to do with them being too busy. And what they might be lying to you about is that, you know, that the reason why because this feels like them telling you they've just been busy working or just been busy with projects and stuff. What they're not telling you, like, yeah, that might be true, but they do have some free time, and the free time that they are able to make free time, and the free time that they are making space for is for someone else and not you. Okay. Again, I'm so sorry, you guys. Okay. Let's get to clarifying. There's just a couple of things here that I'm a little bit confused about with the bad intentions and the I'm lying to you. Tell me more about bad intentions in the reverse. That almost feels like them trying to hide the red flags, making light of the red flags. Tell me more about bad intentions in the reverse. right, tell me more about them lying to you. Oh, okay. Give me one more. Tell me more about them lying to you. It's not that they're stressed out, you guys. It's not that they're overwhelmed. That's what they're lying to you about. Again, I picked up on that already. Your person is lying to you by telling you that they've just been so busy and so overwhelmed with work and so distracted and blah, 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 that they just don't have enough time. They just don't have any energy or space to make room for you or whatever, right? That's not it. Okay. With the Ten of Wands in the reverse, they're not, you know, I'm not saying that they are not stressed out and they aren't dealing with a lot of stuff at work, but that's not why they aren't making room for you. We already talked about that. Okay, because they are making time and space for somebody else. That's what they're not telling you. Okay, with bad intentions, in the reverse, I mean, they're not really, they're not wanting it. And intentions can be also just what someone wants. And so what your person is coming through saying is that, like, they don't have ill intentions. They don't want to confuse you, right? There's still an energy here of your person, like, still wanting to get along with you for some reason. Why? How come... Why aren't you closing the door on this? Is there something you guys have, do they feel responsible for, like, your healing for some reason? They feel bad. That's what it is, with the Hierophant in the reverse. Coming out with the Three of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, they're kind of being a chicken shit is what it is. They don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't, okay? They don't want to hurt your feelings. Anything to add for the new cycle? Now, I will say the fact that we have living single and there's someone else, I mean, this could be something very brand new that your person has, you know, that they're talking to, because they're still single. In their mind, they're still single. So if they are talking to somebody else, you know, it could just be in the early dating phases of whomever they're seeing. You know, they could just be maybe in the early stages of pursuing somebody else. You know, if you know for a fact that your person is in a relationship with someone else, you know, that's a red flag, huge, right? Because, you know, if you know that your person is in a committed relationship with someone else, they're coming through in this energy of living single. Okay, so, you know, they might be telling somebody, right, that, you know, they're in a committed relationship, but behind that person, whoever the someone else is, behind that person's back, they're still, you know, living single, still chatting it up maybe with other, you know, possible romantic interests. This feels like them leaving, you know, doors open. But if not, if you know that they're not in, you know, any kind of a serious committed relationship, this is just them telling you, you know, to them, they're single. They don't see themselves as being with you, and so they are free to talk to somebody else, okay? And there is currently someone else that they are interested in. Let me see. Tell me more about their someone else. There's the Seven of Cups in reverse again. The fact that the Seven of Cups in reverse came out to clarify bad intentions as well, this almost feels like your person telling you that they almost feel bad. There's almost they feel bad, like they feel guilty for maybe having run into or having met somebody that now they're interested in, and they don't want to, you know, pursue anything with you anymore. There's almost a guilt there, and that could be another huge reason why your person isn't just coming right out and letting you know that, you know, they don't want to pursue this with you anymore. Why is the why? Tell me more about the Seven of Cups in the reverse. they feel bad about it with the Nine of Swords. They actually feel really bad about you know, they feel bad about it. It's almost carrying an energy with your person where they weren't expecting it. Like, you know, they weren't expecting to meet somebody else that, you know, would capture their attention. There's, for some of you, it's not the strongest of energies, but for some of you, this could be somebody else, you know, somebody that may have come back from your person's past, okay? Anything else to add for there's someone else? Okay. For some of you, this someone else, there is a third party element here, but for some of you, and actually, with the other energies that were coming out, this is either somebody that this is, okay, now I'm catching why there's something confusing going on in your person's energy. This almost feels, pile one, that they're not really that interested in whoever this someone else is either. They're not really, that's interesting, because we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and then we have the High Priestess in the reverse. They're not sure about that person either. What the hell is going on here? Okay, so overall, you guys, you know, unrequited love, your person isn't, for some reason, like, the connection that they have with you just isn't holding their attention anymore. And so it's like, you know, the message that came through earlier on that prompted me to give you guys that disclaimer, the message that was coming through is that your person got bored in this connection with you, okay? And it looks like whoever this third party person is, they might be getting bored in that connection as well. And this just might be kind of like a cycle that your person goes through. They might just get bored very easily. All right. There's something there's a restlessness in your person's energy. They're seeking some, and this feels like it's coming from a deeper space, like, you know, some kind of an unhealed wounding. And that's something else that, you know, I share with you guys when you guys are processing through triggers is, you know, I know it's not easy to do, but not making things personal as if it means something about you and your value and your worth. A lot of the times when we are dealing with people who have or who are operating out of, you know, internal voids and wounding and stuff like that, those woundings and those voids will completely delete evidence to the contrary to keep those voids and that wounding alive. Okay, it's self-sabotage all across the board. And so your person could, and I've experienced this myself. It's absolutely, it's crazy making. Okay, I'll give you guys an example of just how diabolical, you know, the brain can be when it comes to, you know, active wounding and stuff like that. So that you can kind of see, you know, that you don't have to take this personally, okay? It's not, you're not the problem. What's the problem is your person's wounding, okay? So, and the reason why I'm stopping, because I'm like asking myself, like, do y'all really care to hear this? So, you know, pretty much you guys, the reading itself is over. If you feel like you're like, yeah, you don't want to hear, you know, what the story that I'm about to tell you, you guys can click off now, okay? It's pretty much, you got the gist of it, right? But I wanted to share with those of you who might be taking this personally, like, you know, you weren't good enough for them, you know, you weren't interesting enough, or you weren't exciting enough, or whatever the case may be. I want to share something with you to show you that you're not the problem. It's not that you're not interesting enough, and it's not whatever, right? Because when somebody is operating from wounding and, you know, and just really crazy programming. I'm telling you, the brain will sit there. You can be looking at something and your brain will tell you that's not what you're looking at, okay? Case in point, when I was married to my kids' dad, oh man, I hate talking about this because it takes me back. It was tough, you guys, okay? But this is to help you guys so you know what's actually going on. You know, and I'm talking about a space and time when I had an infant and then I had two toddlers. Okay, so I had three kids in diapers, ages 2 and under. All right. Yes, I had my three kids like very close together, and so and I was a stay-at-home mom because childcare for three small children was just astronomical, and so you know I was saving him a lot more money than if I were to go, you know what I'm saying? And so, I stayed home with the kids and then, and raised our kids. And I don't want to say he's a narcissist, but he definitely, or he was a narcissist. He definitely had heavy, heavy narcissistic tendencies, though. I mean, gaslighting, manipulation, cheating, lying, all of that stuff. And I'm probably shouldn't be telling you guys that much, but I'm just letting you know. Okay, so when I was married and we were still living together and we had these small, three small kids together, ages 2 and under, all in diapers. I was up before everyone else in the house got up, obviously, with the kids. And then I was the last one to go to bed, right? And he would just rail on me and talk about how lazy I was. And back then, because I was in the middle of it and I didn't have the self-concept and the strength of character and, the sense of who I am. I didn't have that back then that I have now, right? I couldn't see clearly. He had in his mind a picture of what he thought a housewife and a stay-at-home mom should be, how they should act, what they should look like, right? And I wasn't fitting that picture. And, what I didn't realize then was that picture that he was holding in his mind was absolutely unrealistic, especially for somebody that was in the situation that we were in. And so, the more that he would berate me and belittle me, it was like the less energy he was drained. He would drain from me, and it got to a point where, I was just surviving when it came to the whole, I did what I needed to do to keep me and the kids alive, but I didn't have anything left over, beyond that. And so he would rail on me and talk to me about how lazy I was and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And there was one day when he was railing at me about how lazy I was while he was still laying in bed. Okay. He was still laying in bed. This is 10 o'clock in the morning. He was still laying in bed, scrolling YouTube or social media or something while I'm up. And I had been up by that point for 4 hours, I think 4 or 5 hours. I'd been up with the kids, fed them breakfast, all this stuff. Right. And he's railing on me about being lazy while he's in bed and I'm actually picking up the laundry, his laundry that he left on the floor, sorting everything, getting ready to do the laundry because all three of the kids were down for naps. Right? And so what I didn't realize until later, I didn't realize what was going on. See, I was so deep in my own programming about me being worthless and me being lazy and blah, 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 blah. I didn't catch it in the moment. And what was happening was because he had his programming was set, like that man, unfortunately for him, and I think it's changing, which is good for our kids, right? I don't want him to be the same person, that he was with me, with the kids. So it does appear that he's healing and he's starting to change, right? But back then, he just had programming that would not let him be happy. And so his brain, he was not registering all the proof and all the evidence that I was actually a really hard worker. And I was actually giving it everything that I got, right? that I was actually a really good spouse and a really good mom. Like his brain was literally not seeing me, you know, working as he was telling me that I was lazy. And so that's what I want you guys to understand here. There seems to be something going on with your person underneath the surface that's not letting them be, it's not letting them find happiness. There's a restlessness in their energy. And so, you know, if your person is coming through and telling you that, you know, they're bored in the connection, it's not because you're not exciting, or it's not because, you know, you guys have nothing in common, you know, and you may know this. You may be like, we talked for hours, right? We talked for hours and we got along great, and I met their blah, 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 and this and that, and whatever. Your person is literally suffering from some kind of a programming that will not let them be happy, will not let them feel fulfilled and feel at peace, okay? And that's often due to some kind of an underlying wound, all right? So that's what I want to close this message with, is like, you know, try not to make any of this mean something personal about you and your worth. A lot of the times when we're dealing with other people where they just seem to always be looking and seeking and wanting validation, it's like, but they can never just seem to find what it is they're looking for. It's because they're being run by like an inner void, or by, you know, some kind of a wounding or something like that, that, you know, they're trying to find something outside of themselves to plug that hole, and it just never works out that way. All right. Pile 1, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. If you guys got from this reading what you came here for, please take a minute, if you would. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that this was the pile that you picked. Let me know how it resonated. Hit that subscribe button to become part of the family, as well as the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. And I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Love reading. Bye, Pile 1. Pile 2, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We are here to do another Pick a Card Love reading. This time we're tapping in and finding out, where do you stand with your person? All right, what are they really wanting from you in this connection? What are their true thoughts and feelings? We're just giving you the information that you need, so at least, you know, you can be informed, right? So you know where you stand, so that you can know how to move, right? For those of you where that applies. For others of you, if you're just curious, yeah, that's what we're doing today. Just keep in mind it's general, so whatever resonates, awesome, take it, run with it, claim it. If something isn't resonating, drop it. Just leave it behind for whomever it might be resonating for. I do have personal readings available for those of you that want to, or that want something more personalized, where I'm tapping exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box below. Most of the readings in the specific person category are $25, so go check them out, all right? And don't mind my Selena fingers. If you know, you know. Okay, I took my kids skating yesterday, and for some reason these two fingers, the polish on them just was like, nope, we're done. Anyway, okay, RIP to the band-aids that I had to that I ended up wasting for that. But yeah, okay, pile 2, you guys were drawn to, let's see, the rainbow fluorite. Let's find out what your person, where you stand with them. Okay, let's see. Overall energy, we have you deserve love. It says you are lovable. We have go the distance. It is showing up in the reverse, so we'll see what is going on with that. Let's see. Give me a minute. Okay. All right, so pile 2, it looks like your person may have, you know, taken a step back, or maybe a couple of steps back from this connection. You are on their mind, though. Even though, you know, they may not be interacting a lot with you, your person is coming through wanting to let you know that that doesn't mean that they're not thinking about you, but we'll find out what's going on here. Let me look at what go the distance in the reverse has to say. 47. 47 might be a significant number. 47. I was just there. Where did you go? Oh my gosh, this polish is actually taking a beating. Anyway, all right, I'm just going to read it, you guys, and see what jumps out. Okay, your person is straight up in survival mode right now, pile 2. That kind of feels like what's going on. I will see, because we do have unvalued. It says taken for granted. Okay, unequal give and take. That might be what it is. This is not feeling appreciated. And then we also have revenge body. It says looking your best, focusing on yourself. Okay, yeah, focusing. Yeah. I'll see why. And then we have the spell work, but it's showing up in the reverse. They're not necessarily okay, because in the upright position, spell work in the upright position says casting love spells, manipulating outcome, attracting love interest. Well, let me find out. What is spell work in the reverse? Tell me more about this energy here. For where pile 2 stands with you. Okay, they're trying to make something happen in their life, but it doesn't feel possibly like things are going or moving in their favor. Yeah, okay, because we have both the Magician and the Chariot. So let's see. The Magician is Gemini and Virgo energy, and then Chariot is Cancer. They're hard at work on something, trying to make something happen, trying to create forward-moving momentum. Oh, there we go. And then we got the 5 of Pentacles and then the 3 of Pentacles. This feels like them trying to keep their head above water when it comes to like something financial, okay? For most of you, that's what the deal is. They're trying, they're going through some kind of a financial situation. I'm hearing the term dire straits. Okay, Dire Straits is also a band, isn't it? That might be something, that might be like a little kind of, you know, clarifying thing for you guys. But like dire straits in terms of like there's some kind of a financial bind, okay? And it's like they're trying to keep their head above water when it comes to, you know, saving the sinking ship that is like their business and or their financial situation. All right. And I mean, and for those of you where that's the vast majority of you tuning in, but the overall energy, to make it a little bit more general, it just, your person feels like they're hold on. I just heard head over heels, and then we have can't get you off my mind. Some of them might be feeling overwhelmed by their feelings for you. Not to say that they're not also, because we have a lot here about them being, you know, overwhelmed by something else, but it could also be, you know, that could be a distraction, right? Because we do have can't get you off my mind. So, your person is coming through with you deserve love and you are lovable. They are coming through and saying you are worthy of love. You're worthy of attention. You're worthy of being doted on and all that good stuff. What's here coming through here with unvalued? It says unequal give and take, and you stress me the F out. They're not saying that you are doing that directly, but they might be feeling some indirect pressure to step up, and for some reason it's like I don't know what's going on with unvalued. Tell me more about this energy here. 6 of Wands in. Okay, what does this got to do with pile 2? Because the 6 of Wands in the reverse can be the same energy. Are they not feeling appreciated by you? Pile 2's person. I mean, that could just be the overall energy of, okay, who is this? This feels like them coming through, almost owning up to the fact that they're not spending enough time, not, you know, they're not spending enough time, not enough resources, not giving enough attention to this connection, not feeling appreciated, right? That's an overall energy here. Again, put it where you see fit, but for some reason, it's stressing them out. They might be feeling pressured to show you in this connection more depth, more feeling, more attention, more energy, more focus. You know, and if they're dealing with something off on the side, like, you know, some really tough financial circumstances, you know, there's some, it may not be conflicting. It may be what's coming through is I'm picking up on something that's underlying, almost like, you know, that might be your person's way of subconsciously self-sabotaging in this connection, like creating, because we can do that, right? We can do that. I'm not saying that they aren't, like, they don't have more bills than money. I'm not saying that, but they could be subconsciously creating that experience in their life to take themselves away from you in the connection, because what they're really afraid of is giving something. They're really afraid of abandonment is what it feels like, because that Five of Pentacles energy right there can carry the energy of abandonment, right? And so it's almost like subconsciously they'll create another sinking ship so that they have to go and, you know, it's like a control thing. It's like they can control, right, how a business goes. But when it comes to relationships, it's more difficult to quote unquote control another person. You see what I'm saying? Your person has abandonment issues. That's what it is. I'm having a difficult time because I'm picking up on like subtleties and stuff like that. Let me find out what's going on with you. Stress me the F out. What's coming through and what I'm sensing is they're feeling stressed out by, they're feeling pressure to step up in their connection with you. Even if you're not directly applying pressure to this person, there's almost an understanding that your person is operating from like that would be the right thing to do. Because what's coming through pile 2 is they don't want to let you go. And that would make a lot of sense too if they are subconsciously creating. There's almost a thing here. There's a lot of self-sabotage happening in your person's energy pile 2, and it's coming from a very deeply embedded abandonment wound. And so subconsciously they keep creating outside things that keep taking them away from this connection, because they are deeply subconsciously afraid of deep intimate connections, or afraid of abandonment. Okay. Yeah, tell me more about I need my space right now. I'm picking up on scaredy cat energies pile 2 going on with your person. And I will say, and I'm putting on my bestie hat right now, okay? Just letting you guys know, as long as your person is not doing any kind of healing work to heal that underlying issue, they will continue to create, you know, emergencies basically, or dire straits, to take them away from building the connection with you, because, you know, internally they are deathly afraid of that. They're afraid of building something up in a romantic connection only for it to come falling down. They may have experienced that before, whether it was in childhood, right, or later on in life directly. There is a feeling coming through that there's a too muchness, okay, coming through. Like it's too much. The connection, the feelings that they have for you, the intensity of the emotion of either their feelings for you, their connection with you, your guys' bond. There's just something. I keep hearing it's too much. And they're not saying like it's not that they want you know, they don't want you to go anywhere. They're not saying that. Your person is kind of in between a rock and a hard place, though, because it's almost like you want, you know, they want the light. They love the sun, but they, you know, they love the light and they love, you know, they love the warmth, but it's like they get too close to it and they get burned. That's what they're afraid of anyway, right? But they don't want the light or the warmth or the sun to go away. You know, it's that kind of a thing. So it's like they're kind of in between a rock and a hard place, and they don't know how to reconcile that. They don't know how to fix that within themselves. What's up with revenge body? Okay. No, they're not going in any kind of a new direction, you guys. They're not. And there is something here about being afraid to take a leap of faith. And so their focus is just, you know, again, a lot of this feels... Some of this may be conscious. Your person may be aware of just kind of being afraid of wanting to take things to the next level, or maybe lock things down, or, you know, but I mean, what's coming through, I mean, they are really legitimately dealing with some things in their environment, right? A lot of you, it's financial, that they truly are. That's where their attention is going. And what I'm picking up on is that that's a subconscious manifestation to take them away from the connection, because subconsciously they're afraid of getting too close. Okay. Abandonment wounds, attachment issues, all that gnarly stuff. So they're focusing on their self, you know, their finances, whatever it is, saving some kind of a sinking ship, as a way to avoid, because, you know, they're afraid of taking that leap of faith. They don't want to take that leap of faith, at least subconsciously. It's seen as a threat to their central nervous system. Okay. So that's why they're not talking to you, or they're just, you know, they might take hiatuses. You know, you might go several days, if not weeks, you know, not hearing from this person. They're also saying you're a little bit too hot to handle. Yeah, I'm telling you, and it may not just be you, okay? It's just, it's too much. The intensity, the rawness, the passion, it's just like it's too much for them. It really does trip up and activate something in their central nervous system, picking up on heavy runner energies with your person, okay? But they don't want you or the connection going anywhere. All right, so that's what's going on with you and your person, pile. Actually, no, let me see. We're not done yet. Give me a minute, but we are almost done. So if you're getting from this reading what you came here for, take a minute if you would. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile. Let me know how it resonated. Become part of the family by hitting the subscribe button, as well as the notification bell, so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. I want to know, tell me more about Can't Get You Off My Mind. They've tried. They've tried. Let's see. Tell me about, let's see, the Two of Cups in the reverse. What is it you're thinking about when you think about pile 2? Something about the timing not being right. Two of Cups can also talk about reconciliation or being on the same page, right? They're not able to reconcile something, though. What is it? What are you having a hard time reconciling regarding pile 2 and this connection in your mind? I mean, it could be the death, endings. I'm telling you, your person, let me look, okay, fine, let's look at death. Tell me more about death. That could be literal, you guys. They could be, that could be literal. Again, if your person is suffering from an underlying abandonment wound, I mean, and this would be true for a lot of you if you know your person has suffered a lot of loss in their life, okay? It doesn't have to be exclusive to, like, you know, the death of loved ones, you know, just loss in general, but they could literally be afraid of losing you, okay? And having to grieve the loss of you. And so that could be the main block here. That could be why your person is, that could be the, like, what do they call that? There's nothing wrong with this connection. There's nothing wrong with this bond, and this is how your person is feeling. And it's this fear of loss here. It's the fear of losing you that is acting almost as, like, you know, one of those boots they put on the tires, right? That's the problem. That's the issue right there. That's what it is. Yes, it's a fear of abandonment. Okay, in whatever ways they might be abandoned, whether it's you walking away or you know, passing away or dying. Okay, that's a very big fear of theirs. Okay, you guys, that's what's going on with your person. Aw. Yeah, because here, these two just popped out. We got the King of Cups, and so there's a lot of love that your person has for you. For a lot of you, your person's in love with you, okay? They're not rejecting it. That the love that they feel for you, they're not rejecting it, and they're not closing themselves off from it. But they're having a hard time reconciling. Like, there's just this energy of your person having had to already deal with a lot of loss in their life, whether it's death of loved ones or just maybe, you know, divorce or however the case may be. It's just loss in general. They're afraid of losing you in the myriad of ways they might lose you, okay? So that's what's happening. And whether or not that's subconscious, or not, your person could very well be aware of, like, no, I'll just be single, because if I'm single, then I'm not going to lose anybody, right? That could very well be where they're coming from. All right, pile 2, that was your reading. That's where you stand with your person. I hope that it brought you guys some clarity. Thank you for hanging out with me again today, and I will see you guys at your next pick a card love reading. Bye, pile 2. Hi, pile 3, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Michelle. We're doing another pick a card love reading. We're tapping into your person's energy and channeling exactly where it is that you stand with them, okay? What is it they're wanting from you in the connection, their true thoughts and feelings, and just keeping you informed, right? So that, you know, when you're informed, you just... You have power. You've got informed choices, I guess, so that you know what to do and where to go and all that good stuff. So just keep in mind, it's a general reading, so anything that resonates, take it, run with it. If something isn't resonating, just leave it behind for whomever it might resonate for. I do have personal readings available for those of you that would like for me to tap exclusively into the energy of you and your person's connection. All the booking details are in the description box below. There's a lot of readings available in the specific person category. Many of them are just $25. All right, you guys. Okay, so pile 3, and don't mind the Selena fingers. Okay, if you know, you know. I took my kids skating last night, and my nail polish, for some reason, just on these 2 fingers, took a beating. I'm like, what? And I didn't want to, like, you know, undo the nail polish. I did my nails especially for the blood moon lunar eclipse that just happened a couple of days ago, and I'm like, I don't want to take them off yet, okay? Anyway, oh wow. So let's get right to your guys' reading, where you stand with your person. So we have engagement, okay? This is your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. We got chaos and conflict showing up in the reverse. Oh my gosh. I'm hoping this will be a really good reading. So we got angry, because the other 2 were, not that they were bad, a little bit challenging though. Let's find out what's going on here. Okay, so, okay, all right, I get it. I am going to look up just to see what chaos and conflict in the reverse is talking about. The number 33 might be significant in this connection. That's also an angel number. So you guys might be seeing a lot of synchronicities. There could just also be some kind of a divine energy about your guys' connection, okay? So we have angry, and it's funny because you guys were drawn to the Smokey quartz here. I'm not picking up, though, that this anger has anything to do with you. This almost feels like a frustration. Your person is feeling frustrated about something, but I don't feel like they're frustrated at you, okay? We'll get to the bottom of it to see what's going on here. We also have my rock. It says loved and supported, solid foundation, security and stability, okay? And then money is tight. That might be what they're feeling frustrated about. Yeah, I feel like that's what it is. This is money problems, not enough money, and careful about expenditure. Down here we have let's start a family together, nothing but drama, and we'll find out what that's about. And then it says I've made peace with our past and no more regrets. So, I mean, if there was any kind of grudges or, you know, because your person is almost coming through in the energy pile through of letting you know, like whatever it was that went down between us in the past, like I'm over it. You know, they're not letting it hold them back anymore from, you know, because we got engagement here. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. This is their energy towards you and towards a connection. Okay, so, I mean, it could be literal engagement, okay? It also could just be your person wanting to take things to the next level, whatever the next level in this connection might be. But there might be something, and it feels for a lot of you, it's money. There seems to be something kind of, and your person's feeling frustrated about it. Something getting in the way of that happening seamlessly, like flawlessly, right? There's something getting in the way of this connection being able to move forward. Your person is wanting like a smooth transition, but from where they're looking at it or their perception is, because there's something going on here with nothing but drama, and possibly that drama could be due to, you know, some kind of a financial situation, you know. Yeah, and then you guys, of course, you know, smoky quartz is really good for filtering out negative stuff, you know, blocking out negativity. This might be a really good stone for you guys to work with, pile 3, you know, to help your person clear out some of that frustration. Let's see. Let's look out. I'm picking up the reason why your person is frustrated is because they're wanting to, there's almost not, what is it? You know that feeling that you get when you're ready, like you were ready yesterday, you know, it's like you booked a trip and you've paid for the ticket. Oh, it's like delay, like you're at the airport, you got your ticket, you're there at the right time that you were told to be there, and it's like all of a sudden your flight's delayed. Like what? That's the feeling that I'm picking up from your person. You know, they're like, I'm here, I'm ready. You know, and something, it's like the flight's delayed, like why? And that could be literal. That might just be coming through. The frustration could be due to, you know, if you're long distance or something, there could be something delaying their ability to come to you, right? But that's the frustration I'm picking up on. You know, they're at the airport, you know, they're ready to go, and then all of a sudden, something outside of their control, it's like, oh no, the flight's delayed. You gotta wait. Okay, it's that kind of, man. I love a lot of the times these energies or these messages come through completely channeled, and it really helps me to understand what's going on. Okay, let's see. Let's find out if there's anything else in. Let's see, chaos and conflict. You know what was interesting, you guys, when I was pulling these cards, this one specifically, I didn't see this. I didn't see, when I pulled it out of the deck, I didn't see it, this side of the card, right? I only saw this side. And so when I pulled it out, it was actually supposed to be this way, but something told me to flip it this way. I didn't even know what it was. And now that I remembered that, now I see. Yeah. Let's see, let me read what that supposes. It says, this is an advantageous moment to restore order and recognize the opportunity for negotiation. Even in seeming chaos, there is a kind of divine order. I told you that there's like a divine element to your guys' connection, and that might be what's delaying, right? Whatever is delaying, it could be something with divine protection again, and we'll find out maybe what it is. That could be again with the Smokey Quartz. It just may not be the time. It may not be the time yet for this connection. And we'll figure out what's going on, okay? Divine timing might be at play in this here with you guys. Oh my gosh, and look, it even says it down here. Hold on, okay, it says there is a kind of divine order, a complete resorting of elements. This is powerful. If your intention is to find the best solution for the highest good of all, there is positive news. The timing is perfect. Okay, cool. All right, hold on. It says things are already stirred up, so don't be afraid to jump into the mix. You'll discover everything you need to know about how the situation affects you long term. Be present in the eye of chaos. This moment is valuable. Don't waste it. Okay, so yes, divine timing is at play here. And I am hearing the time is now, okay? The time is now. But there's something going on, and it does feel like it might have been divinely orchestrated for some reason. That is, now again, I keep seeing the message flight delayed. Now, for those of you that travel, I'm not seeing flight canceled. It's just flight delayed. And so it's just like, this is going to happen. You're going to board that plane and you're going to get to that destination, right? And the destination, as far as, this message go, the destination is the next level of commitment. This is your person's energy towards you. They have every intention of taking things with you to the next level. It's just that something, the flight, quote unquote, the flight is delayed, not canceled, but delayed, right? And so, yes, there is an energy. It's like, they're not, they're not going anywhere. But I'm not saying that in terms of like, because they're stranded at the, metaphorical airport. They're not going anywhere in terms of like, they don't want to be with anyone else. There isn't any other place that they would rather be other than you, pile 3. Okay, very clear on that with my rock here. Tell me about nothing but drama. This feels like things pop up outside of your person's control. And again, let me find out the nature of that. What's the nature of these things that keep popping up? Okay, there's some kind, and this might be karmic because there's so much about something, some other worldly divine things coming up, and so things keep popping up because there seems to be some unfinished business. Could be karmic, right? I'm not talking about like karmic in terms of like third parties, although maybe that could be. I'm not picking up that your person is, wanting to be with anybody else. I'm not picking up on that at all. But there is something about unfinished business. And so things keep popping up for your person having to deal with, or there's something that's like, no, it's not yet. There's other things that need to be wrapped up before the two of you can really come together. Okay. Now's not the time, which is weird. And I kind of get it because, I understand timing is never linear anyway, right? And there's no real such thing as time, because I'm hearing both. I'm hearing both, like the time is now and, now's not the time. I'm hearing both. The best way that I'm able to describe it that's being given to me is just, you're at the airport and, the flight's delayed. That's it, you know. Whatever wait that there might be, it's not going to be that much longer. Okay. Because for those of you where it's like, if you know anything about traveling and flights being delayed, I mean, you know, it just depends on what's going on. They're never delayed for that long, right? They're never delayed for that long. Okay. It's given me energies of something happening in the background. Things are getting sorted and worked out in the background, energetically, karmically, stuff like that. Yeah, because it's one of the things that I'm being shown is one of the reasons why, you know, a flight can be delayed is there could be like mechanical issues with the plane, right? And so, you know, there's again, it feels divine. There's something in the background kind of, you know, working on this and making sure all systems are go, so that when you and your person, you know, board this plane, or they board the plane to come to you, you know, metaphorically speaking, everything's going to work fine. And, you know, you guys can make it to each other safely. You know, the things between the two of you, your connection is able to, you know, go off without a hitch, that kind of an energy. And so it's like, just be patient as much as you possibly can. It's like, it's not going to be that much longer, but things are having to be delayed because there's something that maybe neither one of you could be aware of. Because this does feel like something that your person's like, you know, why does stuff keep popping up, right? Because they were ready yesterday. You know, it's that energy. But that's what it is. There's you guys, and it could be your guys's, you know, teams working together in tandem to make sure that anything that could possibly get in the way of the two of you having a peaceful union, getting those things out of the way. Okay. That's what it feels like. Anything to add for I've made peace with our past? Oh yeah, they have. And they've learned their lesson, okay? And this kind of feels like their energy towards you guys too, like they, you know, whatever may have happened. And this may not even be anything. This could be them making peace with their past, something that didn't even have anything to do with you. It's like, you know, they've learned their lesson. They're ready to move forward. They're moving forward with a clear conscience and an open heart, and they're not holding any grudges anymore, even if it's like towards people from the past, right? Whatever it was that they may have been holding on to, it's like they're not holding on to it anymore. Okay, whether it has anything to do with you or not. For some of you, yeah, it could be things that the two of you may have, you know, they may have held a grudge against you. But for many of you, what's coming up is they may have held a grudge, you know, just in love in general. They've let that go. They've dropped it. Heavy Sagittarius energy coming through, you guys, because all of these things are coming to me in like terms of like traveling. I guess Gemini is also that as well. Gemini and Sagittarius energy coming through. Yeah, because it's like, you know, I'm hearing stuff about baggage. No more, like, they're not taking that baggage with them on the trip. They left that, they're not checking that on board, right? Anyway, you guys get the drift. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to see if anything needs to come through for money is tight. Anything to add for money is tight. That might be another source of frustration for your person too, because, you know, they see you as somebody that's very abundant. They see you as somebody who deserves, again, oh, it's not even over here. That's so weird. I just saw the card over here that said you deserve love. Your person sees you as somebody that deserves the best, okay? You deserve to be pampered. You deserve to be doted on. You deserve all the fine things in life, and your person feels like they're just not in a position right now to give those things to you, right? So that's another source of their frustration and their anger. Again, it's not towards you, it's just in general. Anything to add about my rock, and then we'll close your guys' reading. You guys, if you got from this reading what you came here for, take a minute, if you would. Smash the like button for me. It's a wonderful way to energetically donate to the channel. Comment below. Let me know that you picked this pile, because I want to celebrate with you. This is actually a really awesome reading. I want to know. Ooh, who's the lucky ones? Because we got the Hierophant here. We're talking about marriage, okay? Your person wants to marry you, you guys. At least a very formal commitment, okay? Like a commitment ceremony. I mean, they want to make it official. For a lot of you, though, your person legitimately wants to marry you. Ring, ceremony, getting y'all's friends, and, you know, getting that marriage certificate. They want that, okay? Anyway, yeah, so hit the subscribe button to become part of the family. And then don't forget about the notification bell so you don't miss a reading or an announcement. I am excited for you guys because this is a really good reading. Your person, they were ready to marry you like yesterday. It's just things are getting in the way. For some of you, your person wants to buy you a ring, and I'm probably spoiling a surprise. You guys can come back though and let me know when you got proposed to, because I feel for a lot of you it's coming. That's another reason I feel like a lot of your people, they're feeling frustrated because they want to get you like a really nice engagement ring, and they just feel like they don't have the funds to do that. I'm telling you, your person wants to go all out. They want to pamper you, okay? For real. They want to buy you a big flashy ring so that you can, like, you know, show it off to all your friends and your family and stuff. And it's just, you know, they're having so many issues right now where they just feel like they don't make enough, okay? But yeah, pile 3, your person, man, for many of you, your person is the diamond shopping, looking at engagement rings, fantasizing about it, all that good stuff. For many of you, they're thinking about destination, like a destination wedding. Okay, they're thinking about the honeymoon. It's stuff like that, because I keep getting travel. Like when you're in your person's energy, like I keep getting travel, like all these images about traveling. And so that could very well be something that your person is actually like thinking about and daydreaming about and fantasizing about. And then we even have, oh, let me clarify, let's start a family together, if there's anything more to add to that. Literally, they could literally want to. And with the 8 of Swords flying out in the reverse, it's like they have no fear about that whatsoever. None. They don't. There's almost an impatience. That's what it is. I'm picking up impatience in your person's energy. Like they want to get this started now. You know, and so it's like they have no fear now when it comes to, you know, I mean, like I said, they're at the airport ready to board the damn plane, and that's just like, why do things keep getting delayed, right? It could have been at some point where it was your person, like it could have been fears, right? Grudges that they were holding on to and stuff like that. That was what's holding them back. But some, you know, for those of you where that resonates, that's no longer the case. Your person has already put that behind them, worked through them, gotten over them. They're in a space now where they trust you in the connection, they trust the bond, and they're ready to do the damn thing. They're very impatient and frustrated that they can't do it right this second. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna close out the reading. I'm excited for you guys. Anyway, yeah, pile 3, that was your reading. Thank you so much for hanging out with me again today. I will see you guys at your next Pick a Card Live reading. Bye, guys.